The trucking industry plays a vital role in New Brunswick. If it wasn't for these huge vehicles and the people who drive them, we would not have the quality of life we enjoy today. It may be hard to tell, but trucking touches each of our lives significantly.
The type of goods that are moved by trucking is just about anything you can see. At one point or another, it's going to be a truck that delivers that product to the end customer. It could move on rail, it could move in different manners, but the truck is going to move it. So you've got your consumer goods, you've got your electronics, you've got your French fries. It's just about anything you look at is being delivered by a truck. Yeah, just in New Brunswick, we have probably amongst all divisions about 368 trucks on the road at any given time. We're hauling probably about 6.5 million pounds of freight a day.
There are over 300,000 truck drivers employed in Canada, making it one of the most common occupations.
I've always loved driving ever since I was 16 and got my license. And I always figured it'd be a good career to do something because, if you love doing it, then why not make a career out of it?
The trucking lifestyle is not for everyone. They can work long hours and travel far distances. However, there are many people who enjoy the open road, the ability to travel for work, and knowing they're having a direct impact on the community.
There's thousands of people employed with the trucking industry, be a driver, an owner-operator, a person like me, an accountant, a maintenance person. So that's the first one, is very, very significant direct employment. Secondly is if you just look at the shelves, and what I like to say to people is, you look what happens when we have a snowstorm and trucks can't move, and you go to the store and you see how bare the shelves are. That's another very direct relationship of what trucking does is something as simple as groceries. So there's quite a significant impact both from an economic point of view and then just essential services keeping products on the shelves.
In New Brunswick, roughly 90% of the goods that you would encounter or use are coming by truck. Or conversely, if you work in a manufacturing facility in New Brunswick, those goods are going out. So roughly, 9 in 10 things that you would see is in New Brunswick is really the result of a trucking company or transportation.
The trucking industry relies heavily on the roadway infrastructure. It is imperative that roads and bridges are maintained properly and kept open.
Because of the sheer magnitude of transportation as part of the ingrained lives of New Brunswickers, if we didn't have a stable infrastructure of transportation in this province, and I think it would be very difficult to support our populations. And that I think is why it is so important that you have this infrastructure. It allows us to compete. It allows us to push our goods into markets where the populations are. Trucking allows us to enjoy this lovely province, this beautiful province, and then have access to all the goods that you would reasonably expect in larger centers. So it's pretty simple. It just provides, it's part of the infrastructure that allows us to live a happy and productive life.
Interruptions in the ability for trucks to move, such as snowstorms, hurricanes, or even a pandemic, have direct impacts on the population.
During COVID, I think people have come to understand the essential services that truck drivers and people in the transportation industry provide. Because as we see at the beginning of the pandemic, where you couldn't find toilet paper, well, a lot of that had to do with the whole supply chain, and we're an integral part of the supply chain. So the whole team, be it the maintenance guys, the ops guys, we all take great pride in doing what we do as part of the economy and the supply chain.
You do take pride in knowing that you're the ones that's delivering the goods from the suppliers. Like, a lot of people don't realize what a trucking company does and how everything is shipped by truck, basically. And so yeah, you do take pride in knowing that we're the supplier of the goods.
We are definitely an essential service, and you typically don't think about that too much, like in your normal day-to-day. But when you do step back and you consider how important transportation is just to sustaining our communities, it makes you quite proud. And again, when you experience an event like COVID, which we are still experiencing, and you see the resiliency of the people in the transportation industry to continue to be, really committed to moving goods and getting food on our shelves, I guess getting toilet paper on our shelves. It can't help but make you proud.
Trucking touches every person and industry in New Brunswick. Without truck drivers, we wouldn't be able to build our cities, feed our families, or enjoy many of our favorite pastimes.